comp for the most part. Standard Brawl. Can't really say anything too wrong about that. You can run Reaper for this point. I just want to throw that out there if you want to.
Can we go around them? Behind them?
Yes, so we need to make that decision a little bit earlier. We are really split now, Teep. Teep, you're in a really bad spot. Teep, you're in a terrible spot. You should be dead right now, Teep. Okay. So we want to be able to, we can out-rotate them super hard. We don't want to be taking point here. We want to be winning the fight. We're allowing them to have high ground on us, and they're going to pick us off one by one. We already lost our BAP. I like this, though. We need to win this quick. So now we're forcing them to move, forcing them out of point, and they're going to be bad here. Yeah, see? See? That's good. Very good. Very good. Just make that decision quicker.
Second right.
Alright, perfect. Not exactly clean, but it works out. And now I would play kind of up here and gatekeep these.
Alright, we are 70 to the food.
I do not like that we're on point here. We're giving that, again, we're giving them too much space. We talked about this map 1. We are giving them too much space. They want this long type of sight line towards you and just get out your resources. They're just gonna fuck up your shield.
Go.
Yeah, we had split target focus. We said him, but we're going here. We lost Teep because of it. We win the fight though.
Nice. We get this break. Nice wall. Maybe. Yeah, nice.
So the correct play there would be to wall here and kill the Sigma. Just throwing that out there. You do not want to let the Sigma be behind you. He does area of effect damage. You can get a lot of kills that way.
Ball's on our backline.
I know the Brig was free, but like, it's fine. The Sigma is the more important pick because they literally cannot push without him.
You're behind us or under?
The Sigma goes in.
Why is that ball slamming through a Brawl? Never. This is a general tip if you play Ball. Do not slam a Brawl comp. You will die immediately like he just did. I don't know what happened to Bomb there. I think it stuck the wall.
Huge.
Oh, big, winnable.
Actually winnable.
Ooh, that was a bad decision. You gotta call the Zen behind when you die, killer. Gotta call the Zen behind.
Holy shit, nice.
Ball up. Zen.
We're very split up here, but we're winning. These guys are kind of tossing. Like, they're not engaging, they're just playing the comp, you know? They're just playing the characters, they're not really getting shit done.
We might just want to pull back, get 99 and pull back here. This is fun. Let's just pull back. Here, actually, let's go in. That's a huge pick.
Yeah,
I don't hate that, except I don't like how you did it. You walked directly at them in open space. You have this little corridor here. Again, out-rotate them. It's okay to take the little bit of extra time to get the better play.
He fell.
Teep, you gotta call for help when that Tracer's on you, man. I would not have walled like that, personally, but whatever. This ball keeps slamming, dude. What is this ball doing? What is he doing?
Break touch next.
If you back up, I can wall it.
His goals are unknown.
Break, nice.
Let's go behind.
It's good beat. I feel like that could have been a little bit late. I feel like I would have liked that just a bit sooner to fuck up behind him, but whatever. I also felt like too many of you guys were really confident that your Rhine shield would hold there. I would not be so confident like that in the future.
Nice.
Okay, you guys are not playing badly by any stretch of the word, but I just want to point out, I don't know what the fuck their ball is thinking slamming into a Brawl comp. What does he think is going to happen there? He keeps, like, slamming you with no follow-up, and he just gets flashbanged, frozen, and then just instantly deleted. And then he keeps doing it. It's so funny.
He's been doing it the entire time.
I've been shitting on fucking Needle this whole game, too.
The big thing I want to talk about there, especially first fight. So what you guys got to think about that comp is you guys can out-rotate them really easily because you have Lucio and they do not, right? So remember how we talked about we talked about this with the Ball Sig, we talked about this with Double Bubble, right? They have the Brig, the Zen, the Sigma in that situation. They want to play together, they want to group up, and they want to like go on stuff when their ball engages, right? You guys can brawl them way better than they can brawl you. Don't wait for them to get to you. Go to them, right? Instead of fighting on point there first, go win the fight. Don't let them have that high ground. Just go up to that high ground and kill them all. Once you guys did that, they instantly died. But you guys had already lost Teep by that, which made it would have made it a lot easier for them to win if you guys You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys shouldn't have won that because Teep was dead, but you did because they suck, kind of thing. Just go to high ground if you see them do that. Like, you can easily win that fight. Do not let them have that high ground angle on you, okay?
Okay.
That was my really, really big point for the match. You guys kind of figured it out. Once again, you can, like, ready up when you are, but you guys did let them get a little bit too much space when you were holding the choke, which I didn't like, but it was okay because their ball kept feeding. So it was fine.
TPS out, and I'm gonna swap Tracer. And we just run this, I think.
Alright, have fun, kiddos.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Be out left side.
Round 2.
Alright. Is he
Oh, I didn't
going...
realize you were shooting.
What is Nick doing? So we're going Tracer here. Interesting.
Taking high, taking high.
Interesting. I don't...
We can rush
Love
them, we can rush them
this.
before they get high ground.
Seeing.
Yeah, so go in. Borsman, you gotta go in.
I'll come in first.
Behind.
Alari had the right idea. Borsman just stopped. Like, we can just run on them. We're not... We're sitting too still, man. Like, they're right there. We just run at them. We just talked about this. Just run at them.
Support low, support low.
Can we get speed it up? Can we speed it up?
I fucking can't hold it. Yeah, sure.
Big
I'm
low,
still
big
I'm
low.
very low. I'm very low.
I think we already lost this, yeah. So we lost this because we stopped. We had them right here, and instead of just destroying them, we just dead stopped. I'm not sure why. I don't know if Borsman was low health or what, but either way, like, theoretically, we just need to run them over, steamroll them. When we're that close to the Zen and Brig, they cannot get up this stair. They just need to run them over.
Well, for point.
If we don't have any picks, we might just want to wait.
Oh, down point.
Let's just get out. Let's just get
It'd be better if Nick was on May here, because then he could have, like, walled them to stop them, and then that would have been, like, the
We gotta
signal
keep
to run it down.
We gotta keep our BAP alive.
Yeah.
Yes, but also your BAP has to keep himself alive. Like, he's playing a little silly. I'm not gonna talk about micro positioning here, but like, BAP, you need to be playing a little bit better. Again, though, he wouldn't have died if we just run at them. That is something I do want to point out.
You guys want to rush high?
Like, the micro positioning was off, but he could have done that too. Oh,
Nice.
big eye field.
Gain room, stabilize for a second.
So this is the right pathing. We need to get up this high ground and take them off. We lost the person, and now we're like trying to stabilize in an area that they have a complete advantage over us. Like, they can fuck us from every angle when we're in this little room, but we tried to stabilize here. Why? Like, go upstairs and stabilize high ground. Push them off high ground and stabilize there. Or not even, I guess not even go to high ground. Just, like, get up farther so their Sigma can't just spam you.
Probably,
I'm definitely going to want to ask Nick about
Let's go.
his Tracer choice here. Because I feel like there's a reason, but it's just not... He already did it.
You only got BAP?
Good beats.
Still speeding.
Yeah, so go up.
Okay, I like this. We're going to look for window here. I would just window these two off high ground. Yep, perfect. That's fine. I would not have used the Shatter there, Borsman. That was a little bit too greedy.
Oh, whisper, hop around.
Good concept, but like, either use the window to get them off high ground or shadow them when you get to high ground. Like, pick one or the other. I prefer window because you... I don't know. I feel like it's easier to get those kills if you communicated it. He didn't, though. I'm just getting picked one by one here. Okay.
I'm stalling.
Where's that someone there?
Beetle? Okay. This surely isn't winnable. I don't think I need to talk to you. Micro stuff, but don't slam in front of the Brig if you can slam behind her. Or like, she can turn, I guess, but like, slam closer to her team.
Again, her touch.
Okay.
That was a rough map on my end. My bad.
Okay. I guess while you're talking about yourself, why Tracer instead of Mei? Or like,
I didn't
another
feel like
character?
I'd be able to get much value just on the map.
Yeah, and that's why, personally, I don't really like Brawl on that map. I saw you guys went for it. I do want to talk about it in first fight, though. That first fight is kind of what cost you guys the map. You guys had a really good moment where your Ryan was about 2 feet from their Brig and their Zen, and then your entire team just stopped. And I didn't see if you were, like, super low health, Bors, or, like, what was going on. I was kind of just focused on the fact that their Brig and their Zen should not have been alive. But if they pad that so hard, we beat them to their own hookah. If we had just ran into them, they would have died immediately. there is almost nothing that Zen and that Brig can do to survive a Ryan Hammer, right? If you get low, that's what the eye field is for. The eye field is meant to be there to help you, to keep you alive in that situation. Other than that, everything else should be in the VOD. That was kind of a big one. You played that okay. You guys could have been rotating a little bit faster. But yeah, that was kind of those are kind of my big notes. Any questions? All right, I would say for this map, I see you guys are already kind of on it, but I would say 6-man's pretty good here if you want to run that.
Got it.
6-man's pretty good. You can also run double bubble here. You can run a lot of things here, actually. This is a pretty wide open meta point. Blatt, do you have any comp suggestions other than 6-man they might want to run?
I will just say if you're going to run 6-man here, just make sure you're running as a unit on this map.
Yes.
It's really easy to get split up and kind of just picked off one by one, especially by a ball comp. So.
Also, make sure you get Mega Control.
Which one's better, jump pad or highway? Okay.
With 6-man, definitely jump pad.
Okay.
You want to be able to push anything that's on high ground off of high ground with your comp, since you can't like easily get onto high ground. Because your Reaper can't easily get onto high ground. I want to throw that out there.
Okay.
Like he has the TP up there, and that makes him really vulnerable. And Reaper does not like to be vulnerable. You get the point. I don't need to keep talking.
Yeah.
All right, have fun.
Alright, right side.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3.
All right, so Nick, I would like to see you use your TP to get as close as you can to it in case they are running 6-man.
Yes, sir. Ball.
You jump in there.
You snap.
Okay, this is part where you guys get on high ground. Just get on high ground.
Walking high ground.
On high ground, see where they are. You can drop on them. You can drop on them. You can drop on them. Drop on this. Drop on this. Drop on this, please. What is their Sigma doing? Boris, don't jump in. Boris, do not jump in. Boris, do not jump in. You are a brawl comp, not a dive comp. That's how you need to think about this, all right?
Alright, for real this time, now that I'm not getting damaged, I have Mega and jump pad.
Proud of you, Nick.
Yeah, we go back high.
All right.
Scouting. Tracer going right side.
It's okay to play this high. It kind of does allow them to get in. Like, you can play this closer because, like, what's really gonna happen? The ball is gonna contest point, I guess. Being up here makes it kind of hard for you to get. If they try to play over here, it makes it harder for you to get onto them, right? So I would kind of play up here, maybe, maybe under this a little bit, maybe over here a little bit. Probably not over there, actually. I'm lying. You shouldn't be jumping in this comp, Boris.
Ball tack, ball tack.
See how your Reaper needed to TP in? You guys do not want to be using your movement cooldowns to get in, alright? The point of this comp is you run in with a bunch of, like, force, and then when you get focused, you have a bunch of movement cooldowns to get out. That's what makes this comp strong. You're not a dive comp.
Can you touch next?
I got it, mine.
Ignore what I said about playing over here, by the way, earlier. You want to play either high ground or here, and try to, like, stop them from getting to this high ground. Because if they get this high ground, it's basically a lost fight. They love that high ground. Do we not have a coal yet?
Do you think they have trans? Because
No,
I
very
might try to
good.
bait trans first, then...
Comms are another big thing. I'm not touching on it right now, but comms are a big thing you guys need to clean up, I would say.
Yeah, I got it.
Just stick behind the tanks.
Do we want to jump high ground with EMP?
Ball's in.
What is their ball doing?
Okay, do we want to jump high ground with EMP here? We gotta decide.
So this, in this situation, I do say jump is good to use here because you're trying to get onto a high ground. That is the only situation in which it's okay to jump with Monkey in this comp.
Oh shoot, I messed up, that's my bad. I just forgot my TP was down.
Okay, we got them off high ground still.
Tracer's behind.
Still winnable? I would still EMP this. Okay, now I wouldn't because we used coal, but... Not a value there with our coalescence. We're kind of just using abilities willy-nilly here. I'm okay with that EMP just because you need to win the fight. Side note, please win the fight.
We win this.
Okay. So now we kind of are lackluster at our ults. We have Death Blossom, but we don't have Coal or... Ooh.
I'm on Crane.
That's a really, really poor beat because now we don't have anything for Flux. And just in general, we don't want to be using beat like that. Do we need to save someone? Was someone feeding and you just did it to save them? I must have missed that if that's true.
Play for Blossom, Go super aggro with your...
Well, you don't have Diva. You don't have Diva mech for it though. What's gonna happen here? Oh, why? Ooh, wow. There's Sigma tossed. There's Sigma actually tossed. There's Sigma actually tossed. There's Sigma actually tossed. Holy fuck.
Ball
hack.
slam, ball hard, ball hard, ball hard, ball hard. Go ball first, ball first, ball first. Nice, nice. Be close.
Fine.
Like, I'm back for primal.
We're down like 2 or 3.
Push a half.
I'm not even looking what's going
Come
on,
back
but
with bolts. That's huge. That's a huge pick.
okay. Well, I kind of tossed that because I was just like looking at my nails, but fucking job winning, I guess.
I can go in 2 seconds.
Slam, Sigma low.
Their Sigma still hasn't fluxed, that I don't get why.
Go flush.
I'm under Zen. I'm gonna try to get trans here.
Casting high ground, casting high ground, casting high ground, casting high ground. Okay, never mind.
Oh, they layered support ults. That's an opportunity if we want to like
Live for gold, live for gold, live for gold.
play soul.
Just live, just live, just live.
Live for gold,
Very,
live for gold.
very good call there. Live for Cole. That's a good call.
Live for gold.
Ball attack.
Cole's in, nice. So Teep, when you have Cole up, I want you to be calling the targets because you are the one that you basically Cole negates healing and does a little bit of extra damage. It makes it really easy to kill things. I want you to be calling what you're on or listening to what people are calling. Preferably the former though.
Huge pick. Brings one, brings one, brings one. I'm one. Do we have any healers?
Ball.
Yeah, we do.
Ball 1 HP, ball 1 HP, ball 1 HP. Dead. That's it.
Nice.
Okay.
Just clean it up.
Oh. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. Big thing for 6-man. Big thing for 6-man. What type of comp is 6-man?
Repeat your question.
All time.
What type of comp is it?
Like a rush, Brawl.
Yeah, it's mostly a brawl comp with dive elements. We talked about it a little bit on the Zhang. Big thing I want to say here, how do we want to use our mobility cooldowns in the 6-man composition? Sorry? Disengage. Very good. Disengage or chase, kind of. But like chase is, I feel like that's self-explanatory. I feel like especially Boris, I'm gonna call you out here just because like you are the most punishable character when you do this. You Winston jump in a little bit too much. Really, only the default rule I have, and there's obvious exceptions to this because this is Overwatch. There's exceptions to every rule, but the default is do not use your Winston jump to get in unless you're trying to engage on the high ground. There's a lot of times you like engage from high ground with it to get onto characters. You have Lucio speed boost. You have amp. Like you want to think of yourselves, think like you're all Reaper basically. I want you to think like every single one of you is a Reaper, and every time like your mobility cooldown is your Wraith. Think of it like that. That should help you, right? Reaper doesn't Wraith in. He uses it to disengage, or to kind of like stabilize. You get what I'm saying? That's how I think about that. You weren't the only one doing it, Boris. It's just like Winston is the easiest character to punish when he doesn't have his mobility cooldown because he's just ult charged for the enemy team. So that would be the big moment I have for that one. Other than that, there's a lot of stuff with comms that we'll cover after this map. Don't want to hold things up too much here. Other than that, I think you guys did a pretty good job.
Killed her Pharah because she sucks.
Yeah, nice.
And then I just killed her Pharah. Yo, I'm actually carrying. Can you guys do something?
Big anti, big anti.
Rest of my team do something, challenge? I slept the Flux?